The provisional agenda for this meeting is the situation in Myanmar. The agenda is adopted.
The first open briefing on Myanmar at the UN Security Council since 2019 took place on April 4. The Security Council held its briefing on the Myanmar crisis at UN headquarters in New York. Kala Kiari, the Assistant Secretary of the UN Department of Political and Peacebuilding Affairs, addressed the Council. He said that UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has called for the immediate end to violence in Myanmar and for the release of all political prisoners, including State Councillor Aung San Suu Kyi and President Win Myint. The Myanmar leaders have been jailed since the military coup on February 1, 2021.
Madam President, there is a clear case for greater international unity and support to the region. As called for by this Council, the United Nations will continue to work in complement to ASEAN and support its effort to implement the 5-point consensus on Myanmar and actively engage with all relevant stakeholders. The Secretary General plans to appoint a special envoy in the coming days to engage with ASEAN, member states, and all stakeholders to advance toward the Myanmar-led political solution to the crisis. As the prolonged crisis deepens, the Secretary General continues to call for a unified international response and encourages member states, particularly neighboring countries, to leverage their influence to open up humanitarian channels in line with international principles and end the violence and seek a comprehensive political solution that leads to an inclusive and peaceful future for Myanmar.
Kiari added that it is important for the military and the Arakan army to protect the Rohingya from further acts of genocide in Arakan state.
Nangan Liga, the Malta Power in the Shadow Nangan Liga, the Lu Jimin and Town Subirado, Messi Wally, the General Yenonga, the Security Council, and the Chamakere General who are Shigere, some Pecha Shigere, the Some Pechakale, Lisa Lina Mopoma, and the follow up of the Kisari Messi to Jamlu, the good cop Jet de Hakaro, Yenonga Haguwa Tabiro, over top. The resolution
Human rights expert Kyaw Moe criticized the Security Council for excluding Myanmar's permanent representative to the UN, Kyaw Moe Tun.
ကုလသမဂ္ဂရဲ့အမြင့်ဆုံးအာဏာပိုင်အဖွဲ့ဖြစ်တဲ့ကမ္ဘာ့ငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးနဲ့လုံခြုံရေးကိုတာဝန်ယူရတဲ့လုံခြုံရေးကောင်စီရဲ့အဖွဲ့ဝင်နိုင်ငံတွေကြားထဲမှာဘယ်လိုအနေထားရှိတယ်ဆိုတာကိုကျမတို့ကရှင်းရှင်းလင်းလင်းမြင်ခွင့်ရသွားတယ်ပေါ့နော်ဒါကတော့ကျမတို့အတွက်ကောင်းတဲ့အချက်ဖြစ်တယ်ကိုယ့်ရဲ့တော်လှန်ရေးကိုဘလောက်ကိုကနေပြီးတော့မှမြေပြင်ပေါ်မှာအကောင်းဆုံးအားကောင်းအောင်ကိုယ့်အနေကိုဆက်ပြီးတော့မှလုပ်ရမလဲဆိုတဲ့ဥစ္စာမျိုးကိုလည်းပို့ပြီးရှင်းလာတယ်ပေါ့နော်ခိုင်ခိုင်မာမာနဲ့ရက်တီချက်ရှိတဲ့လုံခြုံရေးကောင်စီအဖွဲ့ဝင်နိုင်ငံတွေကိုလည်းကျမတို့ပို့တွေ့လာရတယ်ဒါဟာကျမတို့အတွက်ကောင်းတယ်ပေါ့နော်
Ambassador from the UK, France, Switzerland, Japan, South Korea, and Ecuador spoke out against the violence in Myanmar, which has escalated over the last 3 years.